Hey guys, welcome to the Massive Iron Channel. I'm Steve Shaw. In this video, I'm going to talk about my 5 greatest training lessons, and they're probably not what you think. Stick around. This is a video that's going to be a little bit different. Before I get into that topic, if you have any questions or comments, drop them down below. The best topic ideas turn into videos just like this. All right, my printer's not working today, so I had to hand write out my notes. But I was thinking today, something came along on my Facebook feed, a memory of when I was coaching Special Olympians a couple of years ago. And reflecting on 2022, I decided to put together a video of my 5 greatest training lessons, and I realized the biggest things I've learned in training are probably things that you guys wouldn't expect. So I hope you guys get some value out of this. I hope by sharing this, it'll motivate some of you to do some things differently, or to see some things differently, or to step outside of your comfort zone. So here we go. Number 1, at least once during your life, burn a bridge. Here's what I mean. Back 3-4 years ago, I had a friend, Sarah, who went from like 360 to like 200, lost a lot of weight. And one day on her social media, I saw she did a 24-hour endurance run and ran 50 miles. And my brain is thinking, 50 miles? Like marathoners, right, hit a wall at 20 miles, right? Marathoners hit a wall. This is Sarah. Sarah weighs 200. She lost a lot of weight, but she weighs 200 pounds and she just ran 50 miles, right? So something in my brain just said, let's burn a bridge. Let's sign up for one of these things and see what I can do, just raw. So what I did, I found a Cacapon, West Virginia, 12-hour endurance run, and I signed up for it. I burned my bridge. I just signed up. I had a month to go until this thing went on, and I just went for it. Now, just a month prior to that, I ran 20 minutes without stopping. That was my first long run in over a decade. And I say long because it was 20 minutes. So it wasn't exactly like I was in running shape. I was in hiking shape. I was hiking a lot. But I went on to Cacapon I just burned my bridges and I went for it. And I went on and I ran a trail marathon. Now, there's a lot of elevation gain, but overall, there was a lot of running involved in that day. And I finished a trail marathon on one of the hardest trails to this day that I've ever run on. And what it taught me sometimes is that burning a bridge in life and just doing something ridiculously unexpected, it has the potential to really dramatically change your life and what you think your capabilities are. All right, number 2. At least once during your life, train with somebody bigger and stronger than you are. You probably heard this before, and this is a luxury I've had over the years working in the industry at Muscle and Strength and Tiger Fitness. Not only being able to develop content from everybody from Mike Rashid to Jerry Ward to you name it, Ronnie Coleman, Jay Cutler, you name it. I've been able to work with these guys, develop content with these guys, actually work out with these guys. I've been able to work out with many top-level powerlifters, guys that have been at Westside, many pros, IFBB pros, and just many natural pros. And even I've been able to work out at Donnie Thompson at one point, at Donnie Thompson's gym with Donnie. At one point, he was the strongest power lifter in the world, and I got to work out there over the course, on and off during a year. One thing you learn training with guys that are bigger and stronger than you are is you're not working as hard as you think you are. You're not working as hard as you think you are. So do yourself a favor. If you can find a guy bigger than you and stronger than you that isn't just some schmuck at the gym with bro science, bullshit, train with them. Maybe even train with them for a while. You're going to learn a few things, even during one session, about how hard you think you're training and how hard you're not really training. All right. Number 3, at least once during your life, train with a passionate special Olympian or someone with a disability, with a pretty bad disability that really wants it. My memory from today was training the Special Olympians. I got to train a Special Olympian powerlifting team for 6 months from the ground up until their big meet in Columbus. And what you learn is like, these guys didn't have any excuses. These guys didn't have a load of bullshit. These guys had passion. They just went in and they wanted it and they went for it. And what I learned was, when you take a group of people with passion that really want it, they can accomplish a lot in 6 months. Often when I present strength standards or muscle standards or lift standards or whatever on this channel, I get a lot of people like, that's a lot to accomplish in a year or 2 years. When I was training with the Special Olympians, I took untrained individuals in environments that were less than optimal, right? They would train once a week with me, and if they got to train more than that at a local gym the rest of the week, they were lucky. But I had guys under 150 pounds at the end deadlifting 315. I had a guy that was 260 deadlifting over 500, close to 550. I had guys benching, I had a guy that was 132 benching close to 225 after 6 months. When you get to train, and I want to add to this. I used to train with the first natural Wheelchair Bodybuilding Pro, Rich Knapp. He was local to me in Wisconsin. He was a friend of mine, and I got to train with him a lot. Training with somebody, and Rich had MS, okay? Training with somebody with a disability, or being able to train with, even like with the Special Olympians, it kind of shines a light on all your bullshit excuses. Because if you train with somebody like this that has passion, you really realize you have a lot of bullshit excuses, because these guys are out there crushing it, and they have every fucking excuse in the world why they shouldn't be able to do what they're doing, but they're doing it anyway. All right, number 4, at least once during your life, maybe train for charity. There was a point where we had started getting into running more frequently, and we stopped on the way at a park in Indiana, and it was basically, it was an out and back. I don't remember what it was, 2 miles. So it was a pretty shitty day. It was raining and whatever. And we went out and back, and we're like, let's do it again. So we went out and back again, and we're like, let's do it one more time. At the end of the day, we ended up running for 2 hours. It was the first time I had run for 2 hours nonstop. And I realized, hey, this isn't as hard as I thought it would be. It's not as hard as I thought it would be. And on the way home, we said, what if we could push ourselves to run 2 hours a day, 5 days a week, and do it for a full year? What would that be like? How would that change us? What would our capabilities be? What we ended up doing was developing a charity. We decided to find somebody locally that needed money, that needed assistance, and I hate to say money, needed assistance. And we found a local boy, Aiden, that was paralyzed in a car crash. His dad was driving, and long story short, his dad crashed the car. His sister died. Aiden was young, 6 years old, very bad shape, lost the use of his legs, needed robotic assistance devices and a new van. They weren't exactly, rich people. They needed assistance. So we decided to create our own charity, and we ran for an entire year to raise money for Aiden. And this changed us in a way. Like, you can set a goal, But sometimes when you set a goal that benefits other people, it really, really forces you to wake up every day and stare in the mirror and say, what am I made of? I want to quit. But I used to want to quit, right? But now I got something on the line. Adding that charity thing in, even if it's only for a month, you have something on the line. You have skin in the game. This is real world now. How are you going to respond? How are you going to react? So just something to think about. Doing something for charity at least once in your life will force you to get up every day and set aside your bullshit excuses and serve somebody else. All right, lastly, find at least once in your life, find a training passion and attack it even if it doesn't make sense. What do I mean? Well, there's a lot of optimization talk on the internet and a lot of do this and do that for maximum gains, and you have to do it this way, that way, or the other way, or else you're a fool, right? Well, some of the best things I've learned in training were trying things that made no sense at all. Like back around 2007, I decided I'm going to train every body part every single day. Why? I don't know. It was a fucking bug up my ass, right? I'm going to try it. I'm going to see what happens. I'm going to see what I can learn. I don't care about muscle protein synthesis. I don't care about optimization. I want to see how it feels. I want to see how things work out. So I developed a program called the Drunk Russian. I was squatting 4 days a week, deadlifting 1 day a week in the middle like a sandwich. And then basically training every muscle group with about 2 sets per day on average. And I'll tell you what, I learned a lot. I felt great. I learned I could do it, and I learned it's a viable way of training as long as you rotate exercises. I learned some things by doing something people told me I shouldn't do or that isn't optimal. There are times when I, decided I'm going to deadlift for 5 hours. There was a time back when I filmed a live stream of me. I'm going to deadlift 500 reps with 315 pounds, and I'm going to do in between. I'm going to do 500 reps of power high pulls. Explosive high pulls. So I'll deadlift, and then I'll do high pulls and deadlift and do high pulls, and I ended up getting. I think the workout took 4 hours, and I ended up getting like 500 reps each. And it's stupid, right? It was really stupid, really dumb, but I learned something about my capacity. I learned something about my capabilities that I hadn't learned before. So at least once in your life, find something you're passionate about that isn't probably going to kill you, like my deadlift workout, and just have at it. See what happens. Have fun. It doesn't need to make sense. So guys, hope this video has been of some help. If you have any questions or comments, drop them down below. If you made it this far in this video and have yet to subscribe to my channel, please do. I'd appreciate the support. So guys, as always, thanks for watching. Have a great day.